What it do, y'all? It's your boy, Franchise Jerry.
Just think I need to feed you water.
And y'all now tap back in with another episode of the world's greatest podcast,
Wrestling with Xotics.
You know the name. And y'all seen the title, so you know what we're talking about today. Raw started off with a Roman Reigns threat and a Bloodline beatdown on Mustafa Ali. And I don't know what he did to deserve that, but he deserved that. I know for sure. Shit show. But man, the first match was Finn and Priest and the Street Profits, bro. What'd you think about that overall match, bro?
Okay. I think it's great to see Street Profits back in action. But I don't feel like it was a good idea to pair them right now against Judgment Day. Because I feel like you want Street Profits to gain this momentum. Especially with Angelo Dawkins he's stepping his game up. You see in that he hears the little chatter, oh, Montez's going to leave you. Montez's going to be by yourself. So he's showing that I could be upper mid-card. I can be by myself. I don't necessarily need him. That's my bro. I want to compete with him. But you guys making it seem like it's sink or swim if he's not around, and that's not the case. But I feel like,
bro, if he really bulk up, turn all that fat into muscle, bro, and then he's just as buff as Montez, bro.
Ultimate tag team.
They would be the new Harlem Heat.
They would beat the fuck out of the Usos because the Usos. You could tell the Usos at that point in career, they'd be celebrating. They already have hella DUIs. They just drink hella outside the ring.
I'm gonna add on to that. The only reason why the Usos beat the Street Profits was because it was written like that. Because you know for sure that the Street Profits looked way better, way more athletic and everything.
They're more fun to watch. But the Usos, they are a machine, but it's kind of like, it kind of needs some WD-40 sometimes. Yeah. It's like, it's reliable, but when they start having them hiccups, you be like, damn. But I love it though. But you try to get past it, but you got to know. But the match itself was cool. I feel like the wrong people won though, because Tozawa and them did pick up the victory. Street Profits and all them will pick up the victory, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that should be a thing because the Judgment Day has been riding on this wave of momentum. And how is it that this regular, just two-man tag team with this third party that they just acquired through a poker game or like anything like that is all of a sudden beating them?
Yeah, bro. I was like, man, why is WWE doing this? Pairing Tozawa with the Street Profits.
It's so awkward.
I just don't see anything good coming out of pairing with Tozawa. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's going to be a very a sideshow gimmicky thing for him again. And I think that was the worst thing to do for him because you just took him out of this ninja gear that Vince had him in, which was kind of racist. Because why is he Asian and he got all this judo and all this stuff? He got a gi on. And his character always been a striker, but he never wore shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
So that was weird. But I think personally, this little click up is not going to end with, because I feel like Tozawa is not going to become nothing from it. It's not like how we say, Sammy, with the Bloodline, win them titles, they're going to help you. See, Price ain't interfering in matches. They're good guys.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And you, Tozawa, you are a legendary striker, especially in the home of Japan. You'd be better off going back to New Japan than do this. I remember his debut, bro, for years ago when he came up from was it NXT or 205 Live?
I think it was 205.
They made him a threat. He said he's like a buzzsaw. I was like, oh, this about to be the new Tajiri.
Yeah.
And I seen them turn him more into a gimmick than what Tajiri even was. And I was
bro, he could never lace Tajiri.
He could never, because Tajiri would never Tajiri would have little moments of entertainment, but always let him kick in somebody's ass later on in the show. Yeah. Or even it started off with him kicking somebody's ass and spraying some mist, and he'd get his ass kicked later, but it always, I'm kicking some ass. No matter if it's I'm on the shitty end of the stick or I'm on the winner end of the stick. And I don't see that with Tozawa. But even though they did win, this leads into our next point.
Right.
Rhea Ripley, she challenged him.
Rhea's handsome ass going challenge Tozawa because Tozawa throws a drink in Dominic Mysterio's face after he's been recovering off his eye problems and whatnot. So, right. So, Tozawa get in the ring and end up catching the worst ass whooping by a male competitor has ever taken in the WWE. Okay, China wasn't even handing out ass whoopings like that. So I think this really just opened the floodgates to start having women go against men again.
Because
in
the way she manhandled him, bro.
She dissed him. She treated Tozawa like a straight hoe bitch. Okay, literally a hoe bitch. I just think it was funny how that whole little thing started because you got Montez Ford and you got Dawkins over here hyping Tozawa up to get back in the ring, and Dawkins is, you got that dog in you, you got that dog in you, just hyping him up, hyping him up. He's all like, I think so. And then you got fucking Montez in the background making dog noises and shit, just. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is hell. Y'all about to send him in there to get his ass beat.
And that's what happened because the way she did him horrendous.
Oh my god!
Like she literally was so dominant. It was kind of crazy. Like if Becky shouldn't even call her move. She shouldn't even call her move the manhandle slam on Becky because Rhea will show you how to manhandle slam a real man, bro. She was doing him bogus. This is a grown ass man. Yeah, grown ass man. She's fucking the way she kicked this thing in the face, bro. Was a big boot. When he first hopped in the ring, just get the fuck back.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
They didn't tell you. I was like, what? I was like, you don't see the fee? She was like, they didn't tell you I bench press 350.
You know what, bro? It's his own fault, though, because he just didn't want to put hands on her. Like, she was giving him opportunities, like bring it on.
She was playing into that shit. She was like, y'all knew age niggas soft. I'm gonna put pause on it. She's like, I don't care. She's like, I be going to the gym with buddy. I don't give a fuck. Bro,
and I'm going to tell you guys right now, Tozawa, he needs to stop doing his fucking whatever he thought his finisher was. This man jumps 10 feet in the air and lands on his back every time. There ain't no reversal for that, bro. Like, you can't look and see who you jumping on. You just giving it up to God.
Right. I hope he's there.
I hope he's there. Like, bro, you got to stop doing that, man. Oh, man. By the time he's in his 50s, bro, he's not going to be able to walk.
Yeah.
Whole spinal cord gonna be toe up
like this.
So during Tozawa's match, the Bloodline was in the back, fucking people up, bro.
Doing them the worst. Fucking anything that they could find, they was whooping their ass with.
Yeah. So then we lead into the next match, which was the OC and Alpha Academy. And after the OC won that match, the Bloodline came out again and beat the shit out of them. Each member of the OC got a 1D to even put a stamp on it.
And then out of nowhere, AJ came flying from the crowd when they were walking towards the rampway, and he lit Sami the fuck up. He was low-key beating Sami's ass, even with the security guards and everything trying to hold AJ back. Yeah. It was actually kind of crazy to see that AJ was the one to really stand up to the Bloodline that night.
Yeah, bro. And I want to say I like the Bloodline asserting the dominance that they've been inserting throughout the show because it gives Raw that interesting factor again. And I remember when Raw was going through a rough patch, and it's just good to see it trending in the right direction again. And I just wish that both shows would be on the same type of time. Like, it's usually Raw's good for a minute while SmackDown's bad, or vice versa.
It's always like this. It's never like this.
They're never both just at the same level, just great. So, like, I think WWE need to work on that for sure. But, yeah, like he said, man, after that AJ Styles ass whooping, he demanded a match against Sami Zayn, and we'll end up talking about that a little later.
Yeah, for sure. Show my boy.
I was getting choked up. I couldn't even get to the next thing I'm about to say.
You had to look at that shit like you did that.
Oh, Jesus.
You crazy.
Yeah, so the next segment we got for you guys is the Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair interview. Alexa was asked to explain her actions, which was her almost giving Bianca Belair a sister Abigail. For you guys that don't know, that's Bray Wyatt's finisher that he likes to use. She then explains how Bray basically abducted her and brought the dark side out of her, and then after that he abandoned her, which overall led her going into therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he left her with all these issues she's currently facing.
Right. So after she explained all that, she then goes ahead and reminds Bianca Belair that, yo, like, I've been winning belts before you came here. You know what I'm saying? And I plan on winning more. And Bianca was with the challenge, as she normally is. But one thing she wasn't ready for was how that interview was about to end. Okay?
And it got real crucial, real fast.
I swear to God. So Bianca thinking shit sweet, thing the interview over, she about to walk away, and then Alexa hits her over the head with a vase, knocks her out cold, and then leaves.
No words, it's good.
I was like, yo, what the actual fuck just happened? But I'm not gonna lie, I like this. I like it a lot. That's what Alexa needs.
It was the greatest thing. It was the greatest thing because I liked how she walked off. Like you said, no words, no nothing.
No, nothing.
That's how you make a statement. I feel like
he was like, Alexa, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing, nigga.
She
thought I was on.
I'm trying to win. This bitch thinks I'm playing.
Right.
She thinks I'm lame. I'm about to show her that the Bray Wyatt shit. You about to feel the effect yourself.
Busy.
I honestly don't know what will become of Alexa after this because it kind of seems like they're doing a slow creep towards the Bray Wyatt thing of her own too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you notice, this shit popped up in the back of that screen once again.
Oh yeah.
But it's like this is like the first time she's actively acknowledged Bray.
Yeah.
Since he's been back.
Yeah, she went in depth too, real quick.
And I feel like they've been saving that low key because I feel like they want that real slow build.
They even had Bianca mention him.
Yes, like I was like,
I thought that was a big eye opener.
That was a big eye opener too because
it's like, ooh,
like no one mentioned Bray. Bray's like almost like a fourth wall, you in a sense. Like you don't mention Bray.
He's like Lord Voldemort.
Yeah, you don't mention him unless you're gonna deal with him,
right?
Because and then even if you think you won't, you will because you said his name. So now you're in his mind, and he's gonna plot a course to get to you at some point.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter when, and he's gonna come back to where you said his name. So it's gonna be like, damn, I low key did cause this for myself. So all that crazy shit he be talking, he's gonna have some truth to it, but it's like at the same time, I think it's just crazy.
I'm really excited on the direction that Alexa Bliss is going in, but I think that she needs to drop this gimmick and go back to being the goddess. Because what do I always say? You want to be a bad guy? What happens to bad guys? They got to get beat. They got to get conquered some way, somehow.
Yes.
Okay, the Joker never just gets to walk the streets without Batman coming to see him eventually. And Bianca Belair, that's Batman. Okay, and if Alexa Bliss want to play like that, well, guess what? You're most likely going to lose the first time and then win, and you can probably have a belt as this demonic character, but it won't last long. Just like how Bray Wyatt's didn't last long when he ended up getting stomped out by Seth Rollins and set on fire by Randy Orton. Okay, so
set ablaze.
It's like, yo, your career don't last long like that. Go back to what won you them 5 chips, the goddess. Okay,
yeah, I completely agree with that too because, like, it just like you're able to bounce back from a loss if you're a realistic bad guy. But if you're on some supernatural shit, the mystique is gone once you lose because you're like, how supernatural could you be if you lose? I just want to be able to control elements outside of the realm of a fucking normal person. So why are you losing to fucking this person that's normal as fuck, like me and you? So it's like it's kind of crazy, and we just want WWE to step away from that. Because I like AEW. I just want to mention them real quick. How they can look at House of Black, super spooky, super not even supernatural. They're just on some dark witchcraft.
They just on some witchcraft.
So like, but that's realistic because it's people actively practicing witchcraft.
Yeah,
this shit we don't even have a real thing. Yeah, she went to therapy, but it's what she just say like schizophrenic. Like she just like, but at the same time,
it didn't even really work. They just released her. They just let her go.
Yeah, so I'm like, what type of reality is this? Like even the House of Black, fucking talking about witches and shit. They don't say we're gonna cast spells on you. They say we're gonna whoop that ass and we're gonna have a reign of darkness.
Yeah, they let their character basically tell you that without them actually saying that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you could just look at them and be like, okay, they be fucking with them dark shits. They be fucking with the spirits and shit, and they don't ever tell you that.
Never.
That's what I like about the House of Black.
This shit, they're trying to tell me he got Uncle Howdy and Uncle Howdy's a what. We don't even know what Uncle Howdy actually is. We just gotta come together and try to make sense of it. But it's like the way how in depth Bray Wyatt's story is. It's like harder for us to just try to generalize or speak to somebody else about that shit. Because if we show someone the House of Black right now, oh, them motherfuckers hit hard. Like,
yeah, them niggas,
dude, what's going on?
Okay.
We show you Bray Wyatt, like, what the fuck did I just watch? Is this a movie?
Yeah. Like they would be like, man, see, this wrestling should be fake.
So you can't. It's a certain level.
And I hate that. I hate that. And I said it too normal because I hear it all the fucking time. And you guys doing shit like that, you don't help my argument.
Cut it out. But I think this program will be good for both of them. In a sense, it's going to be good for Bianca because she's just going to keep winning, bro. She's not going to lose the title until it's like at a big 4 pay-per-view. She's at that stage and stature in her career.
Probably not till like after WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I feel like she's at the stage and stature in her career where it's like, she is like a female Black John Cena, bro. Because she be conquering people. Even when you think she might lose, she don't lose. Never. She's a presentable face. The kids love her, so she has the youth behind her. She has the youth behind her, and she's like, I feel like she's like the lead female or a superstar in every category. Mm-hmm. That's why this like her nickname being the EST is like that shit can't get played out unless you just start being a loser because she's literally because she just win at everything, bro. Yeah.
Because she's the bestest, the strongest, the smartest, the toughest, the roughest. That's my bitch. I fuck with Bianca Belair on blood. Yo, I swear to God. Also, in 2 weeks, Alexa Bliss will be actually getting her title shot against Bianca Belair on Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw is available to watch on the USA Network, so make sure y'all tap in for that because that shit's about to be lit. I promise y'all.
Be the move.
I swear.
On everything. The next match on Raw's card was a ladder match to determine the rest of Miz's funds. And it was between, of course, the Miz I just said and Dexter Lumis. And honestly, bro, I didn't think Dexter would win this because, he didn't have that much like credibility as the Miz in a sense because he's still new to the roster and like I was like he beat Miz already, so I was like there's no way he's gonna beat him again. But I'm not looking forward to how this is going forward. But what do you think of the match?
If I be honest, bro, I love the way this match went, bro. It was a solid 9 out of 10 for sure, bro. It had a lot of great moments and it ended in vintage WWE fashion with the Miz breaking the audience's heart at the end. And I honestly thought he was going to end up losing this match. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't.
But he ended up pulling out the win, man. And I also got to mention he got the unusual assist, though, by Bronson Reed. And that just brings me to a bunch of questions in my head. Like, what's the point of Bronson Reed? After this, what's the Miz going to do? Who else is he going to keep paying to help him win matches or start beefs or whatever? Like, Stay relevant. That shit is weird. And also, what's next for Dexter Lumis? Like, I can't imagine him really beefing with someone besides the Miz. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's gonna be like a Val Vetus. He just do weird shit and beat people up. You know what I mean? I feel like he's gonna be like one of those type of characters. But honestly, if it ain't about a title, I wouldn't engage in none of it if I was any one of them boys.
Honestly, bro, I completely agree. I think all these people in here is kind of like a hodgepodge. I never thought there'd be a storyline that involve all these characters. And I honestly think that there's actually, I don't count the Miz even though he's the former World Heavyweight Champion because I feel like his time has passed. But I can honestly tell you, I see one World Heavyweight Champion involved in this storyline, and that's Johnny Gargano. And he needs to remove himself from anything that has to do with this and go to chasing, like he said when he had that promo when he first got on Raw, United States Championships, Intercontinental Championships, WWE Championships, WrestleMania main event. How are you going to progress? And I hope forward to looking to this is the Royal Rumble. You have a great showing because I need to see that Johnny Wrestling was the captain of the NXT shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And personally, I don't know how I feel about Bronson Reed coming back because I never was too much of a fan of him in NXT. But hopefully he's just not a hit row type of call up because he's been back. They've been back and they've been very lackluster. You seen what Top Dollar did in the
Hey, I like Top Dollar. I just don't like the people he hang with.
I like his character, but I can't say I like how he wrestles because
I like how he wrestles. He funny as hell, bro. He just a giant light skinned nigga, bro.
His knees kiss too much for me, and I'm just like, You and this moveset's not believable. I can like your personality, you're cool, but this wrestling shit, you're not built for that.
That's what make it hard.
I'm like, this nigga just risking life and limb because the shit he did last Friday night, he could almost killed himself. And these niggas jaw drop. Bro, you laughing because you know. Like, no,
bro, turned into a human turnstile.
Bro, he walked it off, dude. Like, ain't that crazy?
Y'all know, like, when you go through the amusement parks and they got them little turnstiles and shit? That's literally what happened to this nigga, bro.
Bro, like, he was on the rinse and repeat cycle, bro. He was just shit. And he walked, bro. He said, like, nigga, if you don't get your big ass on the apron, Shantae and Adonis is supposed to be doing shit like that, nigga. Right. For the slam. This nigga don't even know his part, bro. He forgot his script.
Yo, he about to really die,
bro.
No way,
bro. And it was, and then the ending was so anticlimactic, bro. The nigga walked it off, and all these niggas dropped like, like what? But anyway, let's get back on point. Bronson Reed, I don't know what to expect from you. Don't be like him, okay? You need to step on some shit for real. But, yeah, Miz, you got money now. You're not broke. You got liquid cash. I'm pretty sure he's going to be at JBL's next poker game. And we're betting it all.
Yo, I'm willing to bet his next match is against Tozawa.
Bro, that shit would have me fucking crying, bro. If Tozawa takes all his money,
yes,
I would fucking be weak as hell.
If Tozawa's the next match that the Miz has, I'll get on here and do the spin-a-rooney.
The shit show. That's a bet. The following match was AJ versus Sami. It was a follow-up of the OC taking on Alpha Academy and the Bloodline whooping their asses after that. AJ and Sami had a really good match. You know, they're two technical, like, savants, basically. Like, they both know how to put on a good wrestling match. They could be with a fucking dummy across the ring. They're going to make him look like he knows at least 3 to 4 stars worth of match experience, you know? Yeah. So, but watching them wrestle was, as always, not the first time, but always good to see.
Yeah, real treat.
Real hard hitting, because AJ was really trying to put the beating on this thing.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. But that's why Sami got that dog in him, though, because he
could take abuse.
He could take abuse real well. Because AJ was abusing that boy.
He was beating the shit out of him, bro.
I swear.
AJ, I'm telling you, like I touched on this prior to AJ looking like he was trying to be a 3-time WWE champ. He is pressing an issue hard. You can see he's not on some, like, I'm at the OC and we're just chilling. Nah, he did that with, like, chilling with Almost and all that other shit when he was losing. He's trying to win.
Yeah.
He didn't win this match, but you can see Sami barely won this match. And he going to tell you why Sami barely won this
match. Sami won this match, I got to mention, for the first time in a long time with a Blue Thunder Bomb, bro. I can't tell you guys the last time we've seen that.
At all.
So shout out to him for that. But you also gotta mention the assist by fucking Solo. Solo came out of nowhere and Samoan spiked AJ Styles' soul out his body. You literally just seen his soul go up. He had to grab it.
That's over. That's over.
Overall, I wasn't expecting this match to be so competitive, bro. So that was really cool to see. I just didn't like how Solo had to interfere, though, because I wanted to see a real straight-up one-on-one fade.
I agree with you 100%. Because WWE, me and him both said the same thing before. Why you guys had to have so many distractions. Like, I remember the point in time, like I said, my heels, like, if you know what I'm saying, like, if you want to be, like, a person like a Sami Zayn, that's kind of frowned upon, even though the crowd likes him, he's a bad guy. He didn't have to need a Solo to come into the match and distract or beat somebody or even get involved. He can have that dominant victory and show why he is the right to be a bad guy. Because I'm a fucking...
Or the right to be in the bloodline.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Not
like remember when I was saying, like, on our SmackDown episode, how I think he need to prove himself more?
Yeah.
That could have been it right there.
Yeah. But
why you got to have to enforce it?
But I feel like it's going to be better.
Solo looked like he was going to help either way.
He's still like, I don't like AJ. Solo's like, I didn't really do enough damage tonight. I know that we've been making our presence felt, But it wasn't on nobody that important. AJ's important.
Yeah.
And I need to make a statement. Wow. And I'm making, and he's putting over that Samoan Spike. If you guys ain't realizing, because you noticing that all the people he's hit it with.
Because Umaga used to get put over with that.
Exactly. So he's making sure it's going over in like a dominant fashion. It's not going to be and he hasn't used it in his in the wrestling match.
He's using that spinning rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
I like that he's doing that. I want him to save the Samoan Spike for like he wants to win a major championship or something. Like he needs, and that's how he'll do it. Like not commemorate Umaga, but he'll whoop at AJ's ass was hilarious. Because AJ was trying to jump for the fucking apron to come stop him, and so I was like, all right, bitch ass nigga, I'm about to come get you.
I'm telling you, you could see the man's soul almost leave his body completely. So next up, we got Seth Rollins coming out, and he's basically telling everybody how he's going to be going against Austin Theory in 2 weeks for the U.S. title. And then he also mentioned how he's planning on going against Roman Reigns here soon again, which I can't wait to see because the last time they fought, Seth won that match via disqualification because Roman didn't really want to get stomped out because he knew what was going to happen that match.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, this time it would be for the WWE Championship. So I would be excited to see that. But my prediction is Seth Rollins is going to lose in 2 weeks and then end up setting his sights against Roman Reigns. And I feel like we might get that at WrestleMania, which I would love to see, man. What you think?
Honestly, I don't know about all that, but I do take away from this segment that Austin Theory is a bitch ass nigga once again, and he called Seth Rollins the third best Shield winner. That was a real low blow, and that could lead Seth to think some shit because he hasn't had the best year. But at the same time, Seth stood his ground and let him know, like
I kind of just laughed at that. Bro.
Yeah, but I kind of just looked at it, Seth, like, of course he's gonna feel insulted because this motherfucker he kind of lost to. And
I was like, Seth did everything though before those niggas, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, Seth doesn't really have anything to be shameful
about.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. He was the first one everyone took a chance on because he was the most ready. Yeah. And they knew if he was to be put in a bad guy position at that time, he could thrive. The other two were still finding themselves. You know what I'm saying? And like, I gotta give credit where credit is due. So you look like just a fucking idiot saying that, and you are just finding yourself. And Seth was already fucking. But
he was well more established.
Bro, way more, bro. It took a knee injury because he was trying to sunset flip and lift the fucking what was it? It was Kane, fucking 300-pounder. Took him to get injured, and he didn't even lose the WWE title.
Yeah.
Because I honestly didn't see Seth losing that for that. That first run he had was going to be a dominant one, and it was because look who he beat. He beat Sting. He beat John Cena. He was beating Roman. I'm pretty sure he's beating Dean. He beat Randy. Look at all those names in his first fucking reign.
Yeah.
So how could you say that? You can't even. You a fluke. You're a flip flopping motherfucker, bro. You're just a fickle ass motherfucker. You don't belong even in his ring. Trying to talk to him like that. So for man, I just looked at whatever. I do agree with you though. I do think he's gonna win because they rebranded. Mm-hmm. And I think Seth will set his sights to focus on Roman. Mm-hmm. But I did like you said, I don't think he'll win because we gotta acknowledge the Tribal Chief. He ain't losing to Seth.
I think Seth would take it from him. I think that's what they're saving it for. I'm sorry, bro, but if you Google right now who's the best wrestler in the world, it is Seth freaking Rollins.
But he's still that
okay. At the end of the day, that means Seth freaking. And notice how, like, in the middle of the year, Seth Rollins was talking about how he was just hoping to be Roman's Macho Man. You know what I mean? Like Macho Man was to Hogan. And WWE heard that loud and clear. And I'm sure they're gonna give him
his just due.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Sure.
We'll see.
For sure.
Hopefully,
WrestleMania gonna be lit.
Like I listed all his accolades, but I just hope so.
After that segment, the Usos came out and beat the hell out of Seth Rollins, and then luckily he was saved by Kevin Owens, which led to the tag team match that we're gonna be talking about here in a little bit. The next match on the card was Bayley versus Becky. This is the first time they've met in 4 years, man. This was a WrestleMania-worthy match between greats. Well, at least it was until Damage Control came and interfered, which is, a constant in WWE. That's what they like to do in these matches, have people interfere so that way people like Bayley can win. And that's the only way she can win. And I promise you, this ain't over because Becky, she gonna come back for that.
Who predicted that this match needed to happen and who was gonna win the encounter? I think I did. I said this match gonna happen, and I said Bayley was gonna have to win it, especially with her new status of her like being like an annoying heel. She's no longer goody two shoes, and she was losing all the fucking time.
I'm so sick of her and her soccer mom haircut.
Becky must be super sick.
Yeah, the sickest, but Becky already know what's up.
Yeah.
Becky's held way more belts and has succeeded way more than
That's
Bayley.
exactly why I feel like she's about to get way more losses to Bayley in the future because you can afford it. You can afford these losses. Bayley can't. I don't feel like everybody needs to win the championship that many amount of times to be a Charlotte. Like Charlotte's won it like 13 times, right? That's hers. And even though everyone will agree she feels burnt out. She feels like overused.
I think she's 14 times.
14 times. They correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like that's it. I'm sure a lot of us fans agree. Like she could have used 7 of those she didn't even need. Like it was just pointless. So it's kind of like watered down. Like so, I think Becky, Bayley, and Sasha, even though she may not be with the company anymore, their reigns is just as are impactful to their stories just as much as Charlotte's are. And Charlotte needs to go against them to prove her reign just as much as they need to beat her. So it's like it's a tandem thing. It's like the one hand wash the other, both hand wash the face. It's all equality at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to Bayley for winning this because she needed to win something because she was on a very shaky path momentum wise. Dakota Kai and Io Sky continually hold her down, and I want to see them uplifted away from her in a sense because I feel like the big low key being a lot's being taken away from them. Being next
I
to
see that Dakota Kai starting to take more of the leadership role of the group, though. Like Bayley, yeah, you kind of sit in the back with Io.
What'd you think about our main event?
You got Kevin Owens and Seth fucking Rollins on the same team, and they've both former WWE champions. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's really gonna stop them? We wouldn't believe if the Usos really straight up beat them. That would have been some bullshit. So of course WWE had to throw in some more interferences in that shit. And man, like I'm just so tired of that shit though, because it's like I feel like we just don't ever get any really good wrestling anymore. Like, especially like without no distractions and all these interferences.
Absolutely not.
That should just water down the match. You know what I'm saying? You start putting more water in when you should have added more sugar in the Kool-Aid. And this shit, everybody like, damn, this shit whack. You know what I'm saying?
Dead ass. This shit just get repetitive. Like after a point, like I said, like the old school, like it's not even old school, but it's old school for us. Like 2006, 2008, 2009, 2010, bro. All this was definitive, bro. There was no distractions. It was definitive ass victories. Everyone carried themselves as a star, looked like a star.
Even Mr. Anderson never needed nobody.
He would stick it to anybody. Like you are gonna fucking lose.
Sorry to randomly throw his name in there, but
he's one of the greatest heels ever.
For you guys that don't know, his name is also Mr. Kennedy.
That nigga's a go, bro.
That's my nigga, bro.
He was misdiagnosed for his injury, and that's why he lost his Money in the Bank briefcase to Edge, bro. And then a week later, the doctor said I fucked up, or he got another scans, and he was cleared. So they fucked off his opportunity, and then he got hold. So definitely, wherever you're doing, Mr. Anderson or / Mr. Kennedy, hope all is well. And actually, I heard he's at a wrestling school, so that's dope.
Yeah, that is dope.
But
shout out him, man. What did you overall think about this match, though?
Honestly, I thought the match was cool. Obviously, I knew the former Universal Champions were gonna beat the Usos. Like, what the fuck? Like, the talent level the difference is so high. Like, we were just talking about how Jay and Jimmy don't have finishers, and KO and Seth have 2 finishers apiece, maybe even damn near 3. and
Heartbreaking finishers.
Yeah, both Seth and Kevin have crazy signature moves. So like they can either hit you with a cannonball, or let's say Seth wants to hit you with the sling blade, or either ripcord knee, or KO wants to just stomp a mud hole in you when he thinks he's Stone Cold, do his best Stone Cold impression. But like like look, comparing them to the Usos is not. It's like comparing apples to oranges. It's like two different fucking things, and it's kind of, actually I want to say it's like comparing diamonds to like gold plated shit. Like you just one got like no value, which is like I don't want to diss the Usos like that, but come on now, y'all not carrying the company in the sense of being like the world champion or the face of it. But you're face of tag team division.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And come on now, we know you guys just not holding candles to KO and Seth Rollins.
Y'all want to get drugged.
Roman gonna be on their ass on Friday.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Pause. He gonna be on like how Sammy was. So I can't wait to see how he interacts with them.
Yeah, what'd you think about the overall show?
I rated a strong 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Because it checked a lot of boxes in the sense of a lot of stories moved forward positively and made sense. The fact that Alexa Bliss is the number one contender and fighting Bianca Belair for the women's championship, and they had that sit down interview, and you kind of see that she is still going through that split personality, and she was addressed, so it's not like she just going through it and everyone's acting like they don't see it. Bianca addressed that shit, which led to her getting smacked in her dome. Whether Alexa wants to be like, I just did it just because I want to, or the voices in my head tell me to. Because either way, Bianca speaking up caused that shit. Because Alexa's ready to step on whoever now.
Yeah, no cap.
Exactly. So I like to see that going forward. We got to see Rhea Ripley beat up on some people, and prior to that, you in a prior episodes of the podcast, you mentioned you want to see the more intergender fighting. You know what I'm saying? If it's okay with both parties, obviously.
Yeah.
So why not? And Rhea was clearly okay with it, but she just stepped on him. She stepped on him severely. Also, loved how the Bloodline was just stepping boots to asses everywhere. What do you think?
Bro, I have to give the show a solid 8. I really did enjoy this Raw, and top to bottom, it just was filled with action. Like you had the Bloodline beating up people throughout the entire show. Like that shit was hilarious, honestly. And like my favorite match was the Dex and Miz match. Bro, that ladder match was just fucking hilarious, bro, and it just worked out so perfectly. But
honestly,
I would have to say the one thing I hate is when people take fucking years to climb the ladder, bro.
Bro, it's like damn near like we're playing WWE, the video game. Like they make like how it is in the video game is how y'all act in real life. So that's why it's like I don't know who's mimicking who. I don't know if they do that because y'all do that shit. I don't know if y'all do that because the game does that shit.
Yeah.
But either way it goes, it shouldn't take you 5 minutes to climb a fucking ladder. I don't care. Even Jeff Hardy didn't take a slow time.
Oh
you
my
know he
God,
loves
bro.
climbing the ladder.
Don't let me get in front of a motherfucking WWE ladder with a belt hanging up. What? What the fuck is you talking about? Fuck, I'm about to give me that shit.
What the
fuck? I'm not about to be up there just
wait for this man to get up.
And then they got a show vote when they get halfway up the ladder, like yeah. And then they get all the way up, and then they get the ladder pushed off. Because they're not even reaching.
And then they
still
get
just
fucked
looking
off
around
and they almost get decapitated on the ropes.
On the ropes or sack the ropes.
Oh, they got to sell that fall, boy.
Oh, yes. There ain't no selling that fall. You're just really falling.
That shit's over with.
You're just really falling at that point. But yeah, y'all, this was an excellent show. And I think me and my brother right here overall enjoyed it. Hope you guys did. And we also want to thank you guys for watching our show and mashing that subscribe button. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Emphasis on subscribe. Hit that motherfucking button till your thumb hurt. Literally.
Thumb it till you thumb it. But make sure you guys share this shit with the world, y'all. We love this. We can't express to you how much this means to us and how much we love talking to you guys about our theories and what's going on in the wrestling world. Yeah. And it to be sometimes that we show you guys that we're right. So it's like we're not just talking out our asses. We really want you guys to have
this shit really easy. We really study this shit.
It's like we love this shit. So make sure you comment your own opinions too. We want you guys to interact with us. Anything that you think maybe in some interactive, like come up with new concepts for us to talk about, or anything that you think adds to the show that you would like to see.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys throw them comments down at the bottom while you're hitting that subscribe button.
And this has been another episode of WWX. I think I need to feed you water.
And it's your boy, the franchise kid, franchise Jerry.
And this has been another installment of
Wrestling with Xotics. Hey, you see, I put him in the air now. Put him in the air. Hey, he a birdie. He a birdie. Look, now that boy a star. That boy is stars.
Retarded.
This is pain.
I'm letting everything go. I don't speak specifically about anyone or anything. Just nothing.